Welcome back, guys. At last, it's back. Now, why did I take a break? I'll tell you why. Because I reached my freaking frustration limit with this game. And I'll explain why, and I'll explain like what I've been working on for like the last week or so. And the problems. Right, so, the reason I got frustrated was because I wanted to do something which I thought was pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and would make me a load of cash. Which was to ship alcohol from this station down here, just outside Fredericksburg, all the way up to Newark, right? And then ship fuel from Newark all the way down to Fredericksburg, right? And I thought, that's going to be great because the trains can run full in both directions, right? It's a long way, right? They'll make me loads of cash. And then I can do all the other cool things that we want to do. Right? Pretty simple, right? And where will the stuff go from there? Well, obviously it'll get transferred onto these trains, taking the fuel back up on the Utica fuel line, oil line, and it'll be distributed in Albany and in Utica, right? Except that this line, for some reason, decided that it didn't want to acknowledge the fact that it could take alcohol, right? So it hasn't been working, right? And that's caused me just endless problems. So, and people left all kinds of comments saying it's this, it's that. Like, for example, oh, you've got the wrong type of trucks on here. They won't carry that type of fuel. You need to change them to these yellow ones. No. And I'll prove that that's not the case. People saying that this was a passenger station, which it's not, or saying, oh, it's because this hasn't got a connection to Newark. No, it's got nothing to do with that. The damn thing should work, and I'll show you that it actually does work, just exactly the way it is, right? So what I've done, I've made a couple of changes, right? First of all, I've put in, I actually diverted this road slightly so that I could get this truck station that I've put in close enough to this, so that it's actually got a decent connection to this. Right, so what I've put in this truck station, right, and I've put in two truck lines, and these truck lines have trucks that only carry fuel, right? Specifically, they only carry fuel. And I've put a bunch of vehicles on each because we're going to have a fair amount of vehicles, a fair amount of fuel coming down here to be distributed, right? So the idea is the fuel's going to come down to here and it's going to be shipped out to Fredericksburg and to Richmond. Okay. And I've taken the alcohol and fuel line off the Fredericksburg stop, so it doesn't stop at Fredericksburg. So the trains, the oil and fuel trains, they literally just go from here up to Newark and back. So Fredericksburg sidings to... I'm going to change that. I'm going to change the name of this. I'm going to change this from Fredericksburg sidings to Fredericksburg Distillery. Is it distillery? It's distillery, isn't it? Distillery, yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Right, so from that distillery up to Newark. And I probably should have renamed Newark, but I'm not going to. Right, so that's one thing. Now, right, and I'm going to put that up there. Actually, when I get the right thing, I'm going to put it up there. So I'm going to get the distillery and I'm going to put that up there because we're going to be watching this, right? So currently, we have line usage no, because this reckons that it has no potential, right? Well, it's actually saying 8, right? Which, yeah, because it's now figured out, right? Because this has been running for like maybe a month since the last episode. And it's figured out that actually, you know what? There actually is some demand up here. Right? Now, I haven't changed anything else. One thing I am going to do to try and speed up the process is I'm going to upgrade these trains. I'm not going to change them at all. I'm literally just going to upgrade them. Don't ask me why it makes a difference. I don't know, but it does. So let's get Utica, or the Utica oil trains replacement, and I'm just going to say replace the trains. And it's going to cost me $1 million. Don't care. Fine. Yes, done. Right. So that's the first thing. Now, over time, right, now that I've put these changes in, this is going to figure out, oh, actually, yeah, I can ship alcohol up to Utica and to Albany, right? Like, why doesn't it figure it out, like, instantly? Why? I don't understand why this is such a problem. And I'm sure some people will say, oh, it's because of the distance, or, oh, it's because of this, that, or the other. The simple fact is we don't know why it is, right? There's a lot of people making definitive statements. This one thing that kind of annoys me is when people like say things definitively when we don't know, or they don't know at least. It's like, oh, it's definitely this. when actually it isn't. It's got nothing to do with that. Right, so I've been playing around with this for frickin' days, right, trying to figure out exactly what the hell's going on. But anyway, this apparently works, right? So now we're going to be shipping the fuel down here, distributing it to these two cities. We're going to be shipping the alcohol up there and distributing it to Utica and Albany. Excellent. So but it's going to take a bit of time to work. The problem that I ran into next was, and this freaking annoys me as well, was that this intermittently would stop getting grain from here. This would suddenly decide, oh, you know what, that doesn't need any grain. I'm not going to bother sending any. And these trains would just be running up and down here empty. Why? Right? I do not understand that either. But I am going to say this definitively. Trying to run 2 production lines from a single resource, bad idea, because it just doesn't work properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick this off. I don't know whether I'm going to have enough money by the month end, but we'll see, because I need 50 million. Where are we up to? We're up to 27th, 28th. Right, I've got 50.7. I should just be able to do this. God, I hope so. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get another grain silo. I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to put the grain silo in here. About there. God, I hope this is going to work. Right, so, well, I know it's going to work because I've been testing this. This is what I've been doing. So, yeah, I know this is going to work. What I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect this farm, right? So this farm just hooks up to this harbour. So that's just going to be supplying that production line. Fine, good. And then we're going to hook up a road, small country road. Oh, for goodness sake. For some reason, this is very fussy about how it'll come out. So, there we go. Then hook that into there, and then hook that up to here. Bosh. Okay. And we'll have a little touch of flattening, because that looks horrible. Let's smooth all that out. Right, there we go. So now we've got a new grain silo, which is dedicated to supplying just the distillery. Okay. Now that we've got that sorted, now this is still saying line usage no, even though, right, we have actually got a little bit of potential. So I don't understand that either. Right, so let's kick this off. So we're into the new month. Have you figured out that you can ship yet? No, it hasn't, and it's going to take a while for that to figure it out. So we'll keep an eye on the potential, because the potential is going to go up, right? Even though like nothing is going to change, this potential is going to go up. Now, this is erratic, and I can't... seriously, this is what's been driving my frustration, because I can't figure out like what drives this, because this is going to go up. This might go up to 40 next. This might go up to like 140 or 160 or something. I've run this several, well, oh God, talk about several times. I've run this a lot of times, and this does different bloomin' things every time. Have you decided, no, still doesn't want to use the line? The potential still hasn't changed, but maybe it'll change at the month end. We'll see. Now, how are we doing down here? Right, so I've got my trucks. Have we brought any fuel down yet? No, we haven't. Let's go up to Newark and have a little look at Newark. So, Newark is producing plenty of fuel, loads of fuel. And I've had problems with this as well, suddenly not producing fuel. Well, producing fuel, but not putting it on the platform. It's been quite literally disappearing. And no, it's not because there's some kind of connection, because there isn't. It's just, I don't know. This is what's been driving my frustration, because there are things that just don't make sense, and it works different ways at different times. Right. Now, that hasn't increased, and other times it has after the first month. So, I don't know. It will go up eventually, and it will go up quite a lot. This will go up to probably 800 or above. But when it does it, I don't know. It does it when it feels like doing it. So we've got these trains bringing the oil down from Utica, and that's all working fine. And that's going to drop off its fuel. Excellent. Thanks very much. And then it's going to pick up the fuel that's waiting, which is awesome. So you've got a full load of fuel to take, well, almost. It's got 108. So not quite a full load, but it's got almost a full load to take back up. So the Utica line is going to be like fairly profitable at this point. Now these trains, these will be picking up fuel and carting it down to the Fredericksburg distillery where it's going to get distributed. And they're going to be running reasonably full, at least for a while. So they'll be making a little bit of profit, but we're not going to make real money until we should start shipping the alcohol up here. And this, I mean, yeah, it's frustrating because this is not really what I want to be focusing on, right? I want to be focusing on the whole Northeast Corridor stuff and doing all that kind of fancy things and upgrading the trains and getting like the cool new trains and playing around with the track and trying to get the speeds up and all of those kind of things. And instead, I'm messing around with this stupid thing because there's something that's just not right. There's something that I don't know how the game determines the potential and like figures out I don't know the connections and all the rest of it. There's just something that's not working. Anyway, so this is still line usage no. Still potential 8. So this is being slow this time. Of course it would. Like the time that I go, okay, right, I know what I'm doing now. I'll get back and do an episode. Of course, it starts being really slow. So we'll see what happens. And if this takes too long, then I don't know. I'll either I don't know. Well, I'm not going to restart it. I'll probably just edit some stuff out, and we'll see what happens. Because I just want to show you that this does work, but it doesn't work very well. Is the thing. So how are we doing down here? We getting our fuel ship down here? Not seeing any fuel down here. Right, so what are you bringing some fuel down? You must be bringing some fuel down. If I can click on it. Here we go. So this is bringing 90 fuel. So let's make sure that we're getting our fuel shipped down to here. And, oh yeah, and it gets unloaded here. Excellent. Good, good, good. So now all of that is going to Fredericksburg. I tell you what, while we're kind of waiting for this to figure itself out, we'll take a look at these lines, and we'll try and figure out why all 90 of that just got put onto the Fredericksburg line and none got sent to Richmond, which is kind of crazy. So let's have a look at these two. And I know that the thing is, I know that both of these lines work, right? Because I've been testing this out. So we're delivering this fuel to Victoria Street, which is here. So let's have a look. Now, fuel goes to industry, which is the yellow stuff, right? And as you can see, there's loads of yellow stuff around here. And we've got a good coverage, right? So there's plenty of demand here in Richmond. And yet, it put all of that fuel onto the Fredericksburg line. Well, why did it do that? And I would love to be able to say that I'd found the reason for that. But I haven't. And I honestly don't know why it does it. I mean, it should split it based on the potential of these two lines. So it should be like, I don't know, 60-40 or 50-50 or 70-30 or like whatever. But it should be splitting it between the two. But it's not. So these are the things that are causing me frustration. And it's really annoying. It's annoying, which increases the frustration because I love the game and I love playing the game. But these little annoying things are driving me slightly freaking crazy. Okay, so let's keep that open. I guess I'll show you what's going on the Fredericksburg side. So on the Fredericksburg side, we're taking it to Queen's Road, and as you can see, we've got loads of industry over here. So yeah, not a problem. Now I'll show you what I've been doing in Albany, because I made some changes up at Albany that I need to show you. So I'll show you that in a second. Right. This is bringing another 90 fuel down. So let's have a little look and see what happens this time. So we've almost shipped all of the stuff, all of the fuel that we got on the last load to Fredericksburg. Well, now where's this? Now this is all going to go to Fredericksburg again. Now you're probably going to say, "Ours, come on, Skye, you've screwed something up. Something's not right." Because, like, the game doesn't do that. It splits it. Hang on, we got another train coming in here. Another 90 being delivered. Now, where's this going to go? Here we go. This is going to go... Where? This is going to go... Up. Some of it went to... Oh, if I could click on the train, it'd be a good thing. Oh, it's this one. Oh, my lord. Okay, look, the potential's gone up. The potential has gone up, and this is actually carrying 1. So this has now got, yes, line usage 1. Line usage 1. Line usage, yes. So this is now making and shipping alcohol. And this production, this potential is going to go up. Now, again, I'm sure people are going to come up with crazy reasons why that is working now when it wasn't working before. But there really isn't, like, no sensible reason. Right, what's going on down here? So some of it is now going to Richmond. Now, if some of it can go to Richmond, and if we look at the potential, right, because you might say, oh, well, one's got a bigger potential than the other. That's not true either, because where are we? Richmond. Let's click on Richmond. This has got potential for fuel of like 2,200, and our coverage is pretty extensive. So we've probably got, I mean, at least 1,500 there, right? And then if we go and look at Fredericksburg, we're covering this area over here. The total is like 2,100, and again, I would think we're probably covering, yeah, I would think 1,500 or more, right? So both of them have got actually pretty similar demands, and yet it's just not splitting the fuel evenly, which is very, very weird. And then if we go over here and actually look, like, how much are you getting? 0, according to this. 0 fuel. So what the hell's going on? Because we've delivered loads of fuel here. Why is this saying 0? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's the mods that I'm using, or I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff that just isn't working right. So yeah, this is being really, really slow, because by now this should be up to at least, I don't know, 1 or 200. It has when I've been doing this before. So I don't know why this is being particularly slow this time around. But like I said, it's unpredictable. It doesn't do the same things every time. I'm wondering whether I need some more trucks on here. We've got 107 queued up. I think I don't like leaving these open, to be honest, but I think I've got... See, now that split it between the two. Like, seriously, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It does weird things. So hence my frustration at, like, having to focus so much on the... Oh, look, the potential's just gone up to 200. Why? Nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed, and it's suddenly gone, oh, actually, I could ship loads more. Ah, man. Yeah. So there you go. So all the people who were saying it was this, it was that, oh, you got the wrong fuel trucks and all the rest of it. No, it should have worked. It should have worked right from the beginning when I put it in, right? And it just didn't. So I don't know. Let's get rid of those. So at this point, oh, we're up to 50 million. Let's have a look at the cash situation. Have a look at the lines and see, like, how profitable we're being. So Utica Royal, we're up at 27. Northeast Corridor 25. Those are great. What we need is to get the... Oh, here we go. Northeast Fuel Alcohol. We need to get this making, like, a lot of money. And the more alcohol that we produce and start... See, look, we've actually got some alcohol here. It's sitting here waiting. Now, I haven't changed the station. I haven't changed the trains. And yet now it's working. Does that make any sense? And look, it's scheduled to be put on the Utica oil line. Now, I wonder, have we shipped any yet? Any already? I don't know. We might have done. But we're definitely going to ship this. So let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. So what are we making at the moment? We're making like 3 million on the fuel line. Right. So let's follow this train. If I can click on it. So you're going to come along here, and you're going to plough into the station. You're going to drop off your oil. And now it's month end, so it goes a bit laggy. But I am running it on fast speed all the time, so which doesn't help, obviously. Right, so you plough in here. Are you dropping off a bit more? Oh, let's see. Are you dropping off? Yeah, you're dropping off a couple more. Hopefully, we'll get like 3 alcohol to take with us. So you're going to drop off all your oil. Cool, and then you're going to pick up, yeah, he's now got 3 alcohol to take. Hurrah! So the idea is that that these are going to be running a lot fuller than they have been doing, because they'll be carrying alcohol as well as fuel. And this is hopefully going to be the source of millions and millions and millions of dollars that we can then fritter away on silly things like high-speed passenger trains and whatever when the time comes. But we'll also spend a load of money on more industry and all the rest of it, and get a load of stuff going. So what I want to do is I want to see where this is going. Is really what I want to see. And I've got a sneaky suspicion, and even this is not consistent. I think this is going to get dropped off at Albany. Now, the potential in Albany is reasonably high. I tell you what, while that's hanging around, let's go up to Albany for a bit. That's a train going down. I was just going to look and see if there's any other trains which could be dropping off. Yeah, no, passenger train. Okay, so this is what I've done to change Albany. And what I've done is I've put in a 4-platform station. And you can see the passenger trains are using these two platforms. And Utica Oil, I'll bring that up. Utica Oil is using this platform to drop off at. And when it's coming back and doesn't stop at this station, it goes through this outside platform. So the West Shore Railroad uses these 2 platforms up and down. So there you go. And that was the thing that I didn't want to get rid of, which was because that's train 40, which was the train that we were following. Bonehead, where are you, train 40? Oh my God, it's taken a while to get up here, train 40. See, it is a long way, though, so it's like kind of fair enough. Here we go. I think this is train 40. Yes, here's train 40. Let's have a little ride on train 40. Let's have a little ride on train 40. Let's get rid of this. I mean, it is very, very beautiful riding the trains up this valley. I do like. I love the views. And again, that's what's adding to my frustration, because we've got an awesome map to play on. We've got awesome lines, we've got like awesome trains and all the rest of it, and I'm not being able to enjoy those because I'm faffing around with things that should work that aren't working. And it's kind of annoying. It's not kind of annoying, it's freaking annoying. It's been driving me batty. But that's why I've been playing around with it and then just getting frustrated, and just like I've walked away from it for a few days, and I was like, you know what, I can't look at it. It's driving me too crazy. And like, if there'd been any other games around to play, I would have gone and played something else. But I've got to say, like, there's just a complete dearth of good new games around. I'm assuming was that a year end? Let's have a look. Yeah, that was a year end. And we've now got the Alco HH. So, let's follow train 40 in here, because I want to see... Oh, look at this! Now, suddenly, we've got demand for 520. Where the hell did that suddenly come from? Yeah, we've dropped off all 3 here. Now, again, shouldn't this be split in this? And I can't believe that this has got so much demand compared to Utica. That it gets all 3, or it should get all 3. I would have thought it should be 2 and 1, right? But apparently not. Now, in case you're like saying, oh, well, you probably don't have coverage, right? Yes, I do. The alcohol goes to the commercial district. If we click on here, you can see that alcohol is listed under the shopping facilities, which is the commercial, which is the blue, right? And we've got this, and it's got these 2 lines. Now, even though they say Utica Fuel, right, they're just generic trucks. They can carry anything, right? So we're covering down this end, London Road, which covers like all of this. And then we've also got this one up here, which covers all of this. And then we've also got the station, which covers this. So we've got coverage to like the entire town, right? So, yeah, I again, why it's doing that, I don't freaking know. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. So this has now got potential of 520. Which is awesome. But I mean, I like the fact that we've got... Now it's gone up to 580. So, like, yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, Utica has got, let's see, it's got demand for about 500, right? And we're covering virtually all of that. So we should have at least 450 demand from here. And then if we go down to here, Albany, we've got coverage of this side and most of this. And I've also put this in, which gives us coverage to Park Lane over there. There isn't really any commercial over there. And what's the other one? Let's have a look. And Albany 2, which goes to Mill Road, which covers there. So yeah, there's a little bit over here which isn't covered. There's a few, but we're getting the majority of that. So let's have a look. What's our total? It's like 800. Oh my god, it's actually showing that we've delivered some. Wow. That's kind of nice of it to eventually update. So, yeah, but we've got like 800. I mean, if you say we're covering 75% of it, that's 600. So why is this only showing like 580? Or is that showing like it's now figured out the demand for Albany, but what? But it can't figure out the demand for Utica? It can't figure out that Utica is on this line and can take alcohol? I don't know. And if that's the case, why didn't this just go to 580? And now it's gone down to 540. Why? Why? Why has that changed? Seriously, guys, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Ah, well. So, yeah. What are you doing, train? So you've got 84 fuel. Cool. How much money have I got? I'm kind of waiting for the money to go up so that I can upgrade the passenger trains on the main line. And for that, I need like over 100 million. So that's why we're kind of doing this. Let's have a look at this. How are you doing? See, this is nicely split now. 50 and 40. So, yeah, that was... Why was that doing weird things? Let's have a look at this. Let's look at the overview. So we are producing 400 now. What's our potential? Our potential is 540. So we should be able to get up to the point where we're close to an upgrade. Let's have a look at our grain supplies. How are our grain supplies doing over here? Right, you're pretty much close to the limit. But that's producing enough to keep us going and keep us up there on our production. Yeah, we're up around 400, which is awesome. So that is now consistent because I've separated these so that we've got separate resources supplying these separate production chains. This is now consistently supplying grain. The coal is coming in fine, or at least should be. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got plenty of coal coming in, so that's fine. Let's go and have a quick look at the coal mine, just see how it's doing. Did it do? Oh, it's a bit laggy because it's beginning of the month. There we go. Thank you. Right, go away. Right, what are you doing? You're doing, yeah, you're producing 480, which is what we would expect. Excellent. And people were saying, like, oh, it's because you've got trucks here. If you put this train station over here, then it would work better. No, it wouldn't. It's exactly the same. It doesn't matter. It's just part of a chain. As long as I've got enough trucks shipping the coal, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Right, and I just wanted to put that in because, you know, you do have things like this, you know, trucks delivering from the coal depot to the train station. Yeah, do you also have, like, sometimes the trains go direct to the coal depot? Yeah, absolutely. But I just wanted to do it that way. And the thing is, I should be able to do it that way. And this is the frustration. Things that should work aren't working. Right, how are we doing cash-wise? We're almost up to 100 million, so... this is going to be kind of a moany episode because of all the hassle that I've had with it. But hopefully, the moaning's going to stop and we're going to get back to doing some cool things. Right, let's have a look. I kind of wanted to show you how the trains are actually using both platforms now, and you can kind of see. But hopefully, I might get an opportunity to show you kind of exactly how that works. I put in, I messed around with the signals here and put more signals in this stretch of track up here, and more signals around, like across these road junctions and at the stations and whatever, just so that the coal trains aren't being held up so much, and they can run a lot closer. How much how much alcohol are you carrying now? So look. Oh, you're carrying 45. Oh, that's nice. So if you're carrying like 45 up and you're coming back virtually full, you should be starting to make some money. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this. We're up to 10 million. So Utica Oil's now making 30 million. Northeast Corridor's making 25. And the Northeast Fuel Alcohol is now making 10 million. That, I mean, ultimately, that should be like a huge cash cow. That should be making us loads and loads of money. But we need the production to go up. At the Fredericksburg distillery, and that's just going to take a while. Where are we? Here it is. Let's have a look. What are we doing? Are you scheduled for an upgrade? Not yet, but we're producing 550 now. Let's have a look. Has our potential gone up? 560. But we know that our actual demand is like well over 1,000. So why isn't this getting the rest of the demand? It's kind of crazy. And again, I could check and see, is any of this alcohol getting shipped to Utica? Because that's kind of what we want to see. We want to see alcohol getting shipped up to Utica, and there's nothing on that one. Let's have a look. Where's the next fuel train? Here we go. All right, you've got 24 on board. Alright, so it's not that far. So let's have a little ride on this. We're at 116 million. And I think I need a bit more than that to upgrade the mainline trains. We'll see. We'll see. So, now, I want to see if any of this gets shipped up to Utica. Or does it drop off the whole 24 here? Now, if it drops off the whole 24 here, then I'm going to say that it just hasn't figured out that Utica can take the alcohol, which is problematic. And yeah, it's dropped all of it off there. Now, why? Why? That doesn't make any sense. And before you say, oh, it's got something to do with these trucks and whatever. No, it bloomin' hasn't, because this station is directly connected to commercial buildings, right? So, so I don't know. I really don't know. There are no warnings. Oh, that's something else people have been nagging me about, saying, oh, that triangle's flashing. You need to do something about it. Yeah, the last time I checked, which was, I don't know, a little while ago, it was complaining about production at this cotton plantation, right? Which isn't even producing. It's not hooked up to anything, blah, blah, blah. And yet it was complaining about production. If I spot it, I'll try and show you. But that complains about some weird things now as well. So, yeah, gotta say, like I said, I don't know if it's because of the mods that I'm using or whatever, but yeah, there are some things which are definitely not quite right. How's this doing now? That's now got 92 for Richmond. So what are you going to drop off? Yeah, it is splitting it between the two. Okay, whatever. Right, and you've now got 30 alcohol to take up. Oh, good, good, good. Let's have a look at you. Let's see. What's our potential? Okay, now our potential's up over 600. Now that could still just be Albany, and I've kind of got a suspicion that it is. Let's just go and have a quick look. So Albany, you're getting 320 of your potential 776. Yeah, I think it's only figured out Albany at the moment. It hasn't figured out Utica yet. I'm pretty sure that this is saying that none has been delivered, but we've already seen earlier in this episode that that's not always true. Sometimes stuff is getting delivered and it doesn't show up here. So, yeah, very weird. Now, ultimately, as we start creating more alcohol, we're going to have to ship that somewhere else as well. So, I don't know. I mean, we can either ship it into New York, or we could maybe ship it up to Boston or something. But then, like, if we're going to start shipping stuff up to Boston or whatever, it'd be really nice to have something to ship back down again. All right, we have got 125 million. Let's see if we can't upgrade our mainline trains. So let's slow things down a little bit at this point. And let's check out the Northeast Corridor. So, are you a Northeast Corridor? Yes, you are. How about that? Northeast Corridor. How many trains have we got running on here? Freaking loads. And we're currently running Atlantics with 6 riveted steel open platform passenger cars. Right. We would like to upgrade these, but man, this is gonna be expensive. So we would want to go up to, like, ideally these 9,000. No, not the 9,000. We want to go up to these K4s because they'll do 90 miles an hour, and they're a lot more powerful. Tractive effort is 200 and power 2.7 compared to, so it's double the tractive effort and 3 times the overall power. So let's get rid of these. Right, so if I wanted to upgrade these to K4s with, let's see, so we're using these riveted open platform things, right, which carry 16 passengers, 27 tons. Okay, so we'd want to go up to, at the very least, now we need a higher top speed than that. So now we could use these Pennsylvania Railroad, but they're freaking heavy. They're 55 tons. What about these heavyweights? They're 35, high speed, 19 passengers. They're based on the same as this, but they've got the paint job for the New York Central line, which would be kind of nice, I think. So let's do that, I think. So if we were going to, these are 1.5 million each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we just went for 6, how much would that cost? Okay, that's 300 million. So we can't even afford to do that. Okay, so what could we do? Because I want to increase the capacity. So if we just went for Atlantics, and I know people are saying, "Oh, well, I can't do something better, do something else." Like what else? That only does 50 miles an hour. That does 60, but that's a 9 million, for goodness sake. So, like, trying to upgrade from an Atlantic is kind of hard. The Mikados are much slower. Okay, let's go... okay, well, let's go Atlantic with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, will they pull 8 of those? They should. They'll be a bit slow, but they should work. So let's do, like, what does that cost? Okay, that costs 102 million. Yes, do it. Boom. Right, so that's that done. We've now upgraded our trains so that they've now got 8 cars. All right, what we now need is to make a hell of a lot more money. Let's see. Construction costs 50, new vehicles 2, so 55. And we made a profit of 32. So yeah, we're making around 80 million a year. We need to make like a lot more than that, really. All right, let's come back down to our alcohol production facility, commonly known as a distillery. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. And let's see. So production is still around the 408 level. Our potential's now up to 740, which is kind of nice. We're getting a little low on the coal side. Let's crank things up a bit. Get things running a bit quicker. So, now, what will happen is, because we're replacing these trains on the Northeast Corridor, it'll go down a little bit, because what it'll do is it'll drop off, when it gets to a station, it'll drop off the passengers that it can drop off at the moment, and then it will change to the new type of train. And it'll lose any passengers who are going on to further stations. But because we've got so many passengers waiting at the stations, they should pretty much fill up straight away. So I'm expecting that this should get up to our maximum potential, like, pretty darn quickly. We've got 29 trains on there. Now, we've got another 43 million. Now, I wonder, how much would it cost me to upgrade, for example, the RF and P line? But the thing is, I don't think it's worth doing. Yeah, the one that we really want to upgrade is this. But, oh, we're already over 3,000. Yeah, that's filling up nicely. So, yeah, I'm expecting that... I mean, we've increased the capacity by a third. Going up from 6 cars to 8 cars. So, I'm expecting that was up around 30 million, wasn't it? Or close to. So, I would expect that to go up to, like, around 40 million. Like, fairly quickly. It's an extra 10 million a year. So that's going to help us out. But we need this thing to stop. Well, this is creeping up slowly. We're at 13 million a year now. But we need that to be making us loads more. And to make us loads more, it needs to upgrade. And to upgrade, it needs to get its production levels like a bit closer to this. And at the moment, okay, we had a bit of a dip, and we're getting a bit further up there. Let's have a look. Okay, potential is now up at 732. Right. Now, why wasn't it 732, like, right from the beginning of this episode? Like, what the hell's changed? It's kind of nonsensical, don't you think? And I was going to say it's month end, but it's not. It's been laggy for no reason. Right, our oil production is keeping up beautifully. What's our production level now? That's fine. We must have had a little delay for some reason or other. That's fine, so no problems there. Let's make sure... Now the fuel's fine. Ooh, and look, we've got alcohol waiting to be shipped. Hooray, yes, you're picking up the alcohol. 25 alcohol now. Good job. I want to go and have a look at Utica again. See, has this ever received any freaking fuel? Not fuel, alcohol. Go away, truck. Go away. Stupid things. According to this, it's still never received any alcohol. Let's just go check. You bringing any alcohol? No. What about... you're a passenger train, so you might have any. What about you? Nope. You've dropped all of yours off at Albany. But Albany has only got a possible total of 788. And we know we're not covering all of that. So what's our potential down here? Let's have a look. Oh, keep production high to upgrade it. So, oh, now if we can upgrade that, then we might get somewhere. Let's have a look at, yeah, look at this. Potential's now up to 908, which means that it must have identified that it can ship to Utica now. That's the only possible explanation. The question is, like, how long is it going to take for us to actually get any alcohol actually shipped to Utica? Now, we've got 45 on here, right? Do you think that any of that's going to go to Utica, or do you think it's going to all go to Albany? What do you think? Lay your bets now. Is it all going to go to Albany, or is some of it going to go to Utica? Personally, I think it's all going to go to Albany. That's what I think. I'm really hoping, though, that I'm wrong, because I would love to see some of this frickin' stuff going to Utica, because there's no reason that it shouldn't go to Utica. There is demand in Utica, everything's hooked up, and we can see that from the potential, because the potential that we've got at the distillery now is greater than the potential in Albany. But let's see. And nope, it's all gone to Albany. Oh, man. Yeah. Let's see, we got another fuel train. Yeah, here we go. You've got 25. Should we see if this one does any better? I think it's going to do exactly the same thing. I think it's going to drop it all off at Albany. But I think eventually we are going to get some shipped up to Utica. Fingers crossed. And once we start shipping some alcohol up to Utica, then we'll become even more profitable. And that's the real issue, to be honest, because money is really holding us back at this stage. Are you going to drop it? Yes, you're going to drop all the alcohol off it. Yeah, stupid train you. Let's have a look. So this is getting like 412 of 788. Let's have a look. Utica. You're definitely not getting any yet, are you? No, not a drop. It's a dry town, Utica. So, yeah, well, there you go. We need, in order to upgrade our trains to, like, the next level, we need, like, probably something like 250 million, right? But, like, and seriously, until our industry starts making a bit more, and thus making a bit more money, what are we making? The Northeast Corridor. Okay, we're close. We're getting close to the max. And it's starting to recover now. But like I said, I would expect this to get up over 30 million. So, like, between... I would think 35 to 40 million. That should be doing. It'll take a little bit of time to get there, though. This is coming up. We're up to 17. So we started at 3 million and we're now up to like 16, 17 million. Which is kind of very cool. But we need to start putting like probably more trains on there and stuff. And we need to figure out kind of the next level of distribution. Let's see, what are you doing? You are up to... Okay, production is dropping. Why is production dropping? Look, now our potential is up to 996. You're picking up some alcohol. Good. You're a passenger train. Don't care about you. I'm guessing we're running out of something. Now we've still got coal. We've still got grain. Is this grain upgraded? Let's have a look. Yes, the grain is upgraded. So that's great. So that's going to be keeping up. And we know that the coal already upgraded. We've got a coal train coming in there. Click on the right thing. How are we doing? Yeah, so we've got coal. Come on, grain. You would think we'd be getting more grain from that. How many trains? We've got 4 trains. So it's coming in like as soon as it's available. But yeah, it's grain that we're kind of running a little bit short of. The coal's coming in nicely now. And we've got 27 alcohol waiting. So yeah, it is just kind of a case of getting this up there. And there's kind of no reason... No, that's not what I want. There's kind of no reason why this shouldn't be doing better. Like, I mean, we've got 4 trains on here. We should have, like, pretty much constant grain. We should certainly be keeping up. Okay, well, it is what it is. I mean, this will get there eventually. We've got our potential up over 800, which is beautiful. We just need our grain production to start keeping up with this. We've got we've got a potential of 732. So look at you. 632. But we, like, I don't know. I mean, we're shipping the fertilizer to this farm, so this should be producing like tons, and it's not. And I don't even know whether that fertilizer is even worth having at all, because I don't think it makes a freaking any difference whatsoever. I really don't. I don't see that it produces like any more. Like, is that producing any less because it's not getting the fertilizer? I don't think so. I think it's producing exactly what it was producing before. So yeah. So hopefully that has explained my my frustration levels and why I got so freaking annoyed with this. But I'm really hoping that now we're getting this working, and this is actually starting to produce like fairly decent amounts of alcohol. Like, hopefully it will at some point in the future. It's getting close, but now we're out of coal. Come on, coal train. There's the next coal train. Oh, it's bringing 40 though. Good lord. So I don't know. Maybe we need another couple of coal trains, because there's obviously a little gap there. And what's that drop? Oh no, production's still up there. Oh yes. Okay, we're in range to upgrade. Okay, well we'll leave it there for this episode. How's the fuel doing? Yeah, the fuel's still getting shipped. That's good. So generally, yeah, it's all kind of getting there. It's just kind of getting there a bit slowly. This is up to 16 million now. Northeast Corridor's up to 26. 3,500 passengers out of a possible 3,700. So yeah, that's going to be getting over 30 million. Are we going to make enough? Well, we've got 100 million again. I don't know, maybe. Like, if you've got any suggestions for what we should do, like, what should we do with 100 million? I mean, I think the next thing we should do is upgrade the main line even further, because we've got millions and millions of passengers. I mean, it's not like we're short of passengers at these train stations. Look at this. 100, 150. So we've got loads and loads of passengers to transfer. So I think we go for the upgraded trains. If you've got a better idea, if you think we should be adding more industry or something, and I'm looking at this and thinking maybe we need to upgrade these oil trains, which maybe wouldn't be a bad idea. We could increase the capacity on those quite significantly. Yeah, or you think another type of industry should be going in. Let me know. Leave me your comments. Leave me your suggestions. And I will catch you for the next one, which hopefully will not be a week. Hopefully you'll get another one tomorrow. I'll catch you for that. Peace out.